Well, the Bali Mumba saga's come to an end, hasn't it? He's obviously left. At the time of recording, he left a day or so ago. Left to go to Norwich City, who obviously have just been relegated from the Premier League. First of all, I'm kind of inspired to do this by Jam Sani. Jam Sani's video pretty much covered a lot of what the problem and issue is with the state of our academy at the moment. It's an absolute joke. Bali Mumba is someone who, if you don't know already, Bali Mumba basically made his debut at the end of the 17-18 championship season against Wolves, where we won 3-0, which was still a baffling result in a lot of different ways. But coming down to League One, Bali Mumba, I think made about 10 or so appearances. I think that's right, 10 appearances for the lads. He started quite early on in Jack Ross's reign, but then for whatever reason just reverted back to the under-23s and didn't really get much of game time from there. Well, not for the first team anyway. Obviously, I think he must have made a few checker trade appearances, but for the under-23s, they were getting and this is the biggest thing. For the under-23s, he would have probably played an awful lot for them, and they were getting hammered week in, game in, game out. And yet Paul Reed claims he's done a good job. All right. But, look, I mean, the fee itself, $350,000, I think, is a joke of a fee, to be honest. He had, I think, in 2018, I think he signed a 3-year contract. So, obviously, this coming year would have been his last year contracted to Sunderland. So, in some ways, you're not going to get much for him. But either way, when, like Joel said on his video, when Donald and Methven came in, they were basing a lot of things off the Dortmund model. Well, I'm pretty sure the Dortmund model doesn't imply that you bring players in through the youth, bring players up through the youth ranks and then end up selling them with a year left on their contract, and especially for peanuts as well. And like Jamsani also said again, this highlights the biggest problem with our academy. I've quickly finished on the Bali Mumba thing. Look, good luck to the lad, good professional by the looks of it. Apparently, in the under-23s, we were playing him as a right-back. And apparently Norwich are going to play him. Norwich see him as a right wing-back, or a right-back at least. Now, for me, I would rather him be there than Conor McLaughlin challenging Luke O'Nien for that position. I can't see how Ballymumba could be worse. And I know I've hated on Conor McLaughlin in the past, but I really just don't rate him at all. For some reason, he never closes his man down. He never stops crosses. He always looks out of position every time, and he's too slow. Ballymumba, I think, could have had quite a bit of potential attached to him, and in a time when everything's uncertain, especially with this current global pandemic, and also given what's happening with football, that in the lower leagues, I'd be amazed if much money on outright transfer fees is spent this summer. Ballymumba could have had his uses, but that would require showing ambition, wouldn't it? And I'm kind of bored of it now. As far as the academy is concerned, look, it's a joke. It's an absolute disgrace at the moment because, we keep, Donald Methven repeatedly have been harping on about, especially Methven, have been harping on about the importance of having a Category 1 academy. Well, I'm pretty sure there's no point to all the running costs of it if you're just going to quickly sell anyone who is of decent talent, like Logan Pye is a good example. I think that's his name anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Ballymumba, of course, being another one. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke, and we don't seem to prioritize. And even with Jamsani's conspiracy theory, saying that the 350k will probably be used on season ticket refunds. Now, that would not surprise me if that's true, but no. That should be coming out of Stuart Donald's own pocket, I'm afraid. He's the owner of the club, and the responsibility should go with him. You shouldn't be having to sell players to do stuff like that. You shouldn't be having to sell players to refund fans. The money they try to take off season cards, where's all that gone? Where's it gone? Oh, and it is, and on a wider issue, it feels like I'm losing my club all over again at the moment. Now, obviously, we've had some rather interesting developments, especially from Nick Barnes, when it came down to this period of exclusivity with a potential buyer. And apparently, if you listen to his interview on BBC Radio Newcastle, that we could potentially be sold within, I think, is it just before the start of the season? Or around that figure anyway, maybe even as early as the end of August. So so I'm praying there's some positive stuff around the corner for Sunderland fans, because to be honest, we do deserve it, and we really do need it. come on, when's our time to have some success? You know, I think we've had enough of failure for so long. And like I've said countless times before, expecting to get out of League One, and by that I mean getting to the Championship, not going down to League Two. That's not delusional or anything. So, look, for what I'm concerned, yeah, the academy's a joke at the minute. You know, there's I know I'm rambling on here, but like, so basically, if the new owner does come in, can they please actually get the academy right and not just have us constantly sell anyone who's half decent? Because otherwise, if you're just going to turn out garbage most of the time, then for me, there's absolutely no point in running a Category 1 academy. There's no point with all the running costs and everything that goes on. So I'll love you and leave you there. My video's nowhere near as good as Jam Sarni's, but you know, a couple of people have asked us to do me thoughts on it. So there you go. Bali Mumba's gone. Best of luck to the lad. And on Norwich are a pretty good club. They're a club that actually prioritises developing players, unlike Sunderland at the moment. Take care, guys. Stay safe, and see you when I next come on here.